I'm Josh Aronson. I'm an artist and photographer based in Miami, Florida. Florida Boys started as this formal exercise. I had been making these portraits of young Floridians. I wanted to challenge myself to figure out how to make a successful group picture. I'm deeply inspired by Justine Kurland's work. It was oftentimes bodies of photographs that I felt the most drawn to. Artists would spend years of their life making. I saw it as this opportunity to make my very own, long-term body of work. Though many of the people that I photographed didn't know me or each other before, they had all answered yes to this ridiculous question of, will you come on a road trip with me and you're not gonna know anyone else there?
I know Josh through a couple of mutual friends.
I met Josh through my friend Maya. I remember feeling that was the pinnacle of summer.
It brought me back to being like 12 years old, going out with my friends.
One of the reasons it clicked for me was because that's an experience I've shared with friends over the course of my lifetime. I'd go on a trip, I'd come back with 50 rolls, 60 rolls of film, and I wouldn't look at them. And I never once needed to look at those pictures because I trusted that by staying in that maker's mindset, I was going to make even more interesting results. Florida Boys is sort of unique. It's a group of staged narrative photographs. We're staging these moments that sort of only exist for the camera, and once the camera is moved, the moments disappear. But there's always this very unique surprise that comes from putting a bunch of young guys in an interesting place, and that really takes the photograph to this indescribable moment that you can't quite put your finger on.
It just felt like a childhood summer day.
For me, the significance of showing this photograph at the Catalina Hotel and Beach Club offers this opportunity to put on blast the version of Florida that I believe in.
Miami Beach is a site for recreation and leisure, and in some way sort of this engagement with play, just a relaxed state and connection with bodies of water, for example, I would say is something that really stood out.
So much of my work is about being in conversation with history. Being in a historic hotel and displaying this work really large is just the opportunity to be in conversation with Miami Beach history.
The presentation of photography beyond its traditional means, so it's not just a printed image on paper. We're working with a different surface, a surface that moves and undulates, that itself has different ways of reflecting light and shadow. I think offers a different perspective on photography in general.
Having spent 3-4 years making photographs, embarking on these road trips, casting over 75 different individuals, and making almost 8,000 exposures, seeing it all was extremely rewarding.
With Florida Boys, I think it has a huge payoff, and in this instance, and why we're especially animated with this particular selection.
I hope this installation serves as a point of inspiration for all of the creatives in my community to see that they too could see their work on this scale and have opportunities to engage with the public in, a really special way.
I think it's a very much you can do it too kind of thing.
At the end of the day, Florida is this crazy, wacky, misunderstood state. I feel really lucky to be exploring that through my work. I work in the stage narrative tradition of photography, and what that means is that I'm constructing images that are representations of something that I hope to see or want to see of the world. Through stage narrative photography, I'm able to imagine those things and then make them feel just a bit more real, even if it's only in the format of, a single photographic image.